Someone decided to go to everybody, so I don't have to do the link. Hello, say hi, everybody.
How's it, everybody?
We've got Donnie on top. Welcome,
boys.
Donnie. We've got Ryan and we got Ronnie. We're sandwiched into another Wednesday of golf events, right? We just had the shootout last Sunday. We've got Glenvista coming up tomorrow. And then we've got Heron Banks, Sunday Series 2, coming up on Sunday. So plenty golf action. Then we got a bit of a break before we start all over again in March. Who's looking forward to the break? Me. Right.
Yes.
Let me go through the panel. Yes, Ryan is definitely looking forward to the break. I don't think he's left his desk of many monitors for a long time. I hope they're at least bringing you water and food to keep you alive, Ryan.
The wife looks after me, I've got to admit. She's good.
Fantastic. Right, Donnie, how are you doing? You've been missing for the last 2 days. Did you 2 shows? Did you miss us?
Of course, yes. But I was watching, as you saw, I was commenting. So glad to be back on. So yeah.
And I think the most important person on the panel today, sorry, Ryan and Donnie, but is Ronnie, the shootout captain of Sunday Series 2. Congratulations, Ronnie. Let me put you in some full screen there so we can see exactly what you have in the background. There you are. How are you feeling?
Great, Naz. I must admit, the first thing I did was, when I got home, is put the trophy with the other trophies. Duckhook, I must say, I feel very chuffed with myself. The team feels great, and actually a pity the shootout is done and dusted, but looking forward to defending our title next year.
100%, and it will be also interesting to see how many of the same team members you have next year. What was the Gears like afterwards?
It was brilliant. The whole anticipation with Heron and JP finishing up and trying to do the calculations, and afterwards having the celebrations and everybody doing their interviews. It was really brilliant. And I think it's not to be cocky, but we expected it. We were confident going in, and we were ready for the challenge. So no, it felt great. I think my guys came through. All of them played a great round.
Fantastic. Well, we'll catch up soon with a little video of what happened and then the results. But like we were saying, if you did not know who won the shootout, as you saw a bit of his background, well, it was the team. Take us through your team.
Okay. Let me start there at the back. Peter van Wyk, the defending champion from Botsy. Clint is always a very good golfer. Carl, he also did very well that day, although we gave him a lot of schlep for not wearing his shirt in the photo. Nikki, Nikki played very well in me and Donnie's team match, and Donna, I think Donna had the round of the day, but I actually knew he was going to have a great round. Donna's a big match player. Kero, he was very psyched, also played good golf. Heron, I think Heron also posted in the 70 points, played very golf. I think Jock is one of your most competitive golfers in Duckhook. He also brought his side. And then JP. JP, he almost drained a birdie on stroke 118th hole to even out that last match. And then myself.
Nice, awesome to see. And it was so nice to catch up with your team members afterwards to hear what they had to say. Well, let me put in some of the comments that we have. We'll start with Carl van der Linde. Love the background, Ronnie. He says, yes, I agree with you. Love the background. Where do my comments go? There they are. Love the background. Then, let me just take this one out quickly. We've got plenty more. Congratulations, Ronnie and team, from Peter Zaccario. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, thanks for watching. And we got Frikkie. Wow, Ronnie het my spot gevat. That's not the best Afrikaans. I apologize. Wayne Jensen watching. Well done, Sunday 2, he says. Sarah Stein, well done, Ronnie. So plenty of praise from your community of Ducks on how everything went. Corbus, he says, Donna, Peter, Grant. Okay, just being negative again, so we'll just take that out because we're here for a happy show. Right. So keep your comments coming. Let us know how you want, if you have any questions for the panel. So let's have a look at the video as I caught up with the guys before and after, and have a look at what you missed out if you weren't in the teams. You want to win this?
I wanna, it's I don't want to lose the 4th time in a row, so yeah, looking forward to this.
Nice team geest.
Yeah, it was good. Some quiet guys on the group, but yeah, it was lekker, man.
Gents, first shootout.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
Most definitely. Playing with Clint, I played with him at Glenvista. We played pretty well together. So looking forward to today. Yeah, Eye Africa is very, very awesome.
Clint, what are you going to do to beat your opponents?
Just play consistently and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Good luck, enjoy it.
Thank you.
Format, having a team of 10 guys to build up, it's nice.
Oh, definitely. It's like a Ryder Cup format. So yeah, here it comes back to a team event. Normally it's an individual event. So definitely we're going to enjoy it today.
Johnny, another shootout. You were the captain last year. This year,
second place. No, I must say it's like it's interesting. From the team side, it's like to see Randall's picks and everything. So hopefully it's definitely better than mine last year. So we'll see it's like how it comes out and see if the guys can feed off each other. But yeah, it will be quite nice to take the win.
On 7 points in total. Sunday 1. And this is quite interesting. Finally you lost. Then tied for second with 10 points. Look this way. It's Thursday and Barbarians.
team shootout champions. How are you feeling right now?
Brilliant, brilliant. I mean, I'm over the moon. I can't be more proud of my team. I mean, everyone brought their game today, and we pulled it through. It was tight. Thursday gave us an uphill battle, but I'm very proud of my guys. I mean, really, they took it very seriously, and yeah, they brought the A game. So I'm very happy.
Enjoy the whole team format.
Yes, incredibly. I mean, it's very competitive. It's 36 holes on one day, so you have to keep your concentration and play good golf a long day. And then you also have the singles over and above the team format. So yeah, there's a lot to play for, and you can just see on how happy they are and the gears that there is. I mean, it's worth it. So
well done.
Thanks, man.
Gerard, how are you feeling?
I can't stop smiling. It's my first time for the shootout, and we've won! Yes,
How was your round?
I played excellent. Both teams gave me so much compliments. It was excellent. This is just outstanding.
Something to get into next year again.
Definitely. I'm working on my physique. So yeah, I've told Fricky as well, all the other chaps, this year I want to take my golf to a different level. And today it just showed.
Great team effort. Can't say well done enough to the guys for putting it through. So yeah.
What a day! 36 holes, very early morning. Won all 3 points. Heron and I played really well together today. Played like a star, dovetailed all day long. It's just some good golf, good partners to play with. Just such a great day.
Third shootout victory. What is the key?
I don't know. I just love Africa. Generally play quite well here. I did captain a winning team a couple of years ago, and I'm just glad to win again.
Did you enjoy the shootout?
Yes, the first 18 was hell, and the second one was heaven.
My first 18 was good, but the second 18 wasn't that good.
Tell us about winning.
Oh, that's good.
It's unexpected though, eh? Yeah. But it's great. Yeah.
We knew it was going to come down to a point or two, but to come down to 2.5 points is actually quite awesome to get over the line there.
Clint, how was your game? Good run all around?
Yeah, it was decent. Played average golf, that was good enough to get the point. And yeah, super happy.
Feeling awesome. It was a lovely day. Had a good lot of fun. We had 2 great matches against Paulie and Quibus, Billy and Henry. It was lovely. Yeah, happy to come out with the win.
Well, there you have it. One of my highlights was Gerard's name on there. speaking to him with a tear in his eyes. It meant so much to him. It's great when it means so much to the players to be part of it all, and when you're winning. Donnie, you had something to say about Heron?
Oh no, it's like I think he's now one of the only people with a 100% win record. Sorry, Quibbles.
I'm also there. I was last year Sunday too. We also took it under Randall. So yeah.
Okay.
So you 2 for 2.
There we go. Yeah.
Very good. Wayne says the shirts look great this year. I must admit, the guys, your shirts did look great. Everybody went into a lot of effort to have their shirts, and as I was saying, you must wear those shirts proudly throughout the year. Whenever you had a series game and you got one of those, people know you were part of the shootout for sure. Fricky Barnard says, lekker Otopi, you enjoyed that one a lot. 100% right. Well, let us go through the results, and we'll break it all down for you. So we started in the AM nice and early at 6:30, and Thursday was taking on Sunday Series 1. So let me... it was a bit of a hammering. The Thursday was really, really on a roll. Looking at the live scoring, I don't think we were ever down, but towards the end, everybody really came to the fore and really played well. The only game that was all square was game number 1, Captain Fricky and Simon against Barry and Louis. But then, as you see, Thursday, Peter and Bobby beat Leon and Yaku 1-up. Myself and Jamie played against Donnie and Graham. 2-1. I can tell you that Donnie and Graham were 2-up at a stage. We did not start very well, but we managed to pull it back, which was great. Carl and Kunrad beat 4-3, beat Randall and Hanu, which I suppose was a surprise. And then Richard and Reds, if I'm not mistaken, they were 4-5 down after very few holes.
5 down, man.
And 2-1. What's that?
5 down.
5 down.
Yeah,
and they came back to win 2-1. That is unbelievable. Right, let's go to Sunday 2, taking on the Barbarians. This was also the AM round. Ronnie, you want to take us through it? Because you did the same. You won 4 games in the morning, and this set you up for the afternoon.
Yeah. It even exceeded my expectations. The guys played great. You can see it's a couple of close ones. I mean, 2 we won 1-up, and me and Nikki we lost 1 down. And that's the thing about team matches. Kevin, his putter was red hot. We just couldn't get into the game. He broke our back with his 30-meter, 20-meter, 10-meter putts. But Gerard and Jock, 5 and 3, that's very good against Ryan. Ryan, you can tell us about that one. And then as well, Dana and Peter. Like I said, I think Dana had a brilliant round. But yeah, it showed you. There was a couple of close ones that could have gone either way. But exactly the same as last year when we won it. I think the AM game's already a good indication of who's on form.
So, then we went on to the PM rounds, and this is what happened with the PM rounds. Sunday 1 versus Sunday 2. You might as well keep going, because here's 3 vital more points.
Yeah. I don't know what happened with Carl and Clint there. It seems like Louise also had a great day there. And then, our middle portion came through, quite convincing wins. Sorry about that, Donnie. And like I said, that last one was also very, very close. At this stage, we knew we were in the running. But the singles, the all-important singles, that very important points. But again, it shows the pairings of the high-low handicaps are always a challenge to beat.
For sure, and that's what did come out afterwards. You got the pairings right. I can tell you one thing. In my game, we came up against Peter Zak and Kevin Ho. Kevin Ho was having an outstanding day with a putter. The amount of smile wipers that came through while we were playing was actually really irritating. So eventually, 2-1, they took us. Not a great showing for the Thursday series team in the PM. Once again, Fricky and Simon all square against Hansi and Trevor. And then Ryan, your match there, you can touch on that when I'm done here. Carl, at least they got a victory. Carl van der Meulen and Kunrad. And then Billy and brother Henry taking the last game. Tell us quickly about your game there.
Yeah, I must say our game against Peter and Bobby went a lot better than Jock and Gerard. If there's any pair that I think was outstanding for the day was Jock and Gerard, because those two dovetailed very well. But this matchup between Peter and Bobby, Leon and I were actually pretty negative going into the PM game. We told these guys, yeah, no, we lost, we saw losers and this and the other, but for some reason, Leon and I just clicked, and Leon played an exceptional round that the two of us just clicked so well nicely against Peter and Bobby that they needed birdies to be able to beat us, and yeah, they just, you can't go and birdie every single hole on the course. So they really had a tough one. I must say they did have a tough, but somehow mine and Leon's PM game just turned around to something fantastic. So maybe Leon and I just need to practice around from now on.
Yeah, you got to warm up with 18 holes first. Before we look at the singles, I just want to say the course was in magnificent condition once again. Always a pleasure getting all the way out there. And while we're out there, we might as well play 36 holes because I don't really get to play Eye of Africa any other time. Boys, were you happy with the course?
Oh yes, it was an incredible condition, I must say. Greens were nice as well, I've got no complaints.
What about the rough? The rough is impossible.
The rough. Oh, yeah. I mean, after a while, you don't even go look for your ball anymore if you're in the rough. So yeah, definitely, you have to be in control of the tee box. But I mean, what I like about it, it's actually quite a rewarding course as well. It rewards good shots, it rewards good iron play. The greens were tough for me, but I mean, it's always a pleasure to go there.
Everybody wants to know about the singles. Well, here they are. For all those guys who weren't involved or couldn't keep up with us reading it out, I'll go through this very quickly. Ronnie, you beat Frikkie to get a point for your team. Simon beat JP 67-59. Gerard Sneeman smashed me 70-59. Dana Perimal was one of two of the best scorers on the day with 73 points. Jamie Sherry beat Nicky Vellengoed. Jacques Ravenstein beat Andre Kotze. A tie for the two Carls. Peter Prinsloo was the other best player with 73 points, beating Peter van Wyk. Kunrad beating Kira by 1, Richard Stewart going down to Clint Brutus, who is always steady as ever, meaning that Sunday 2 had 5 points and Thursday had 4 points. So it was close in the end. This was also close. Barbarians versus Sunday 1. Trevor Miller just edging out Kobus Schoolman by 1 point. Gerard Gerbe edging out, no, I wouldn't say edging out, beating Hanu by 10 points. Leon Oosthuizen beating Billy. Graham de Villiers by 2 over Leon van Aarde. Well done, Ryan. You beat Donnie by 2 strokes. Gronell beat Paul Ricketts. Hansi went down to Jaco Jacobs by 3 points. Kevin O, 70 points to 61 for Barry. And then a tie again, Henry and Randall and Peter Zach and Louis Gerbe. What does it all mean? Well, the final results. Sunday 2, 12.5, taking the victory. And tied for second place, Thursday Series and Barbarians. And then somebody has to come last. And unfortunately, this time it was Randall's team on 7 points. So that was the shootout, everybody. A great day. And if you want to get into it, you need to be in the top 5 of either the Thursday Series, Sunday 1 Series, or Sunday 2 Series. And then hope to get into the Barbarians. That's how you get in, because we reward the players who put in the most effort. I have final comments about the shootout, and these are the comments. Gerard Sneeman says, shout out to Donnie G. The stiff shafts was worth it. There you go, Donnie G.
He's going clearly, yes.
Or Dr. Donnie, as we like to call him. Great day out at Eye of Africa, Peter Prinsloo says. Well done on taking the overall best player with 22 points in one of your 9s. I cannot remember where. Kero. This is true, Kero, because when I had to edit it, I had to edit out the beginning swear words. I really had to concentrate on not swearing in that. It was kind of like take 2. Jacques, awesome day out, all worth it. It's to qualify. To play, sorry. All worth it to qualify and play. Paul Ricketts finally wrapping up the shootout chat. Shootout is great. Everybody should try and qualify for it. Awesome. So that is the shootout, gentlemen. Before we get to the singles draw, which we've got to break down because there's some different things happening with the singles, I just want to touch on the Durban series. They played at Selborne on Sunday, their second round for February. And the second out of 4 qualifies for the major. Santosh Balshud won it on even par. Look at these scores, boys. He won it on the stroke 1 against Maniv Sachdeva. both on 36 points. Never high scores in Durban, I can tell you that much. Never high scores. Look at tied for third, +3, 33 points. Tian, Hayden, Nick, and Shane. 7th is Shitten. 8th is Juvashin. 9th, Donnie Nell. And look at 10th, +7. Imagine shooting +7 and coming 10th. Wow. So well done to Santosh. Santosh joined us for the Classic last year, and it was great to have him with us and to get to meet him. So if we look at how the current standings look, Santosh is leading on 70 points, 6 shots ahead of Quibus now. I wonder why that is. Hayden Stone is not above him. I'm not too sure. It could be that it's on ranking points, the way this one has been done. Okay, so yes, the Durban League continues. Very, very good. Right. What is coming up? Like I said, it is going to be the singles draw. Now, everybody, let's first say that the singles is also sponsored, and it's also sponsored by Liftcore. Fantastic. Liftcore once again on board, so they're sponsoring the singles and the team. Right, so as you saw in there's 64 players, but we did not get 64 players. We only got 44 players. Obviously, I overestimated how many we would get, but it looks like they all went to the teams. They want to focus on the teams because if you put the teams together, there's 81 people competing in the teams. So we had 44 players. Now, I can tell you one thing. You cannot. It's impossible. And I've spoke to Fricky, I spoke to Ryan, I spoke to Donnie. We all sat around.
We tried.
Cannot get 44 players down into a quarterfinal, a semi-final, and a final. Because it's 22 per side. So this is what we've come up with. Something different. Why not? We don't have to be like everybody else. All right. So don't forget, we've got a cup and we've got a plate. So 22 people will take on 22 players, right? The losers will go to one side of the draw and the winners will go to the cup side of the draw. There will still be 22 players, right? And then it starts. So those 22 players will now play each other. What happens is then 11 go through, and now this is where the problem comes. So I hope this graphic is going to kind of explain what is going on. So as you can see on the right hand side, it says 22 players. Now 11 go through, all right? Now as you see, in the next stage, 1 and 2 take each other on, 3 and 4 take each other on, but 5 has nobody to take on. So therefore 11 will get a bye, right, in the second round, and then meet up again for number 5. Then they will play. Then there will be 3 winners out of these 3 groups, okay? And those 3 winners, obviously you can't have a final here, will go into a group stage where you will have 2 bites of the cherry, right? Because you'll get to play both opponents, so you get 2 chances. So the person with the most points at the end through the 2 games, so if you win both games, you're pretty much the champion, okay? So that's how that's going to work. So I hope that makes sense. Now what we'll do as well, so that's going to happen for the plate and for the cup competition, and then for the fun of it, we will have the winner of the plate take on the winner of the cup. It's almost like a Super League competition to see, once again, for bragging rights, who is the ultimate winner. Okay, does that make sense, everybody? Ronnie, are you still with me? Confused? Did I break your brain?
I think as we go on, it will become clearer, but at this stage, the moral of the story is keep on winning.
Got to keep winning. That's the thing. If you want to be the best, you got to beat everybody else. But yes, so now what's happened? I have done the draw, okay? The wheel of slowness continues to be the wheel of slowness. Now, if you didn't know, when we do this, when we're not on air, that wheel is moving. But the moment we go on air, there's too much processing power that's happening. So just to show you that there was a wheel, here it is. See this wheel? Okay. And it does spin. But
I promise you it spins like 100 times faster than that.
So when it's spinning fast, it's 7 minutes. We'll be here all day with us. Okay, so I promise you, we're not going to go through this painful scenario once again. Oh, look, some energetic. But I'll show you that the first player that comes out here is, out of the 44, I could tell you already. But yes,
I love the connection.
Out of the 44, I'm going to patiently wait for this to happen. Yeah, it's coming. I promise you.
Could it be me?
It's not even. It's Steve Saunders. There it is. All right. So it will eventually land on Steve Saunders. Okay. So let's just go back here. Get rid of that thing. Okay. So I did the draw, right, and then I went Steve Saunders one side, then the next person the other side. Next side, next side, next side, next side, and it's done. So this is how it's come out, and it's very, very interesting. Totally random, please. It is totally random. Steve Saunders drew Grant Nell. Richard Stewart drew Jamie Sherry. Cyril Stein drew Ashley Herman. Morne O'Kelly drew Cornel Erasmus. Peter Prinsloo drew Robert Michael. Jan Venter drew Ronnie. Maz drew Kunrad Petronis. Ronnie, you got Jan Venter. There we go. There's one of us there. I got Kunrad. Brian Owen drew Gerard Sneeman. Frikkie Barnard, sorry Frikkie, you got Clint Brutus. I know you're not going to be happy with that one.
Fun that match, huh?
He could be out very soon. Carl van der Meulen is taking on Paul Ricketts. Leon Duplessis is taking on Simon Mayer. Right, moving on to the second page. Jacques Gravenstein takes on Wayne Jensen. Vickers Lee takes on Graham de Villiers. Jason Ivans takes on Kero O'Connell. Kero, you need to up your game for that one. Mark Barragero takes on Louis Jourdan. Kevin O takes on Karuna Guni. Kunrad Pretorius Sr. takes on Barry Fenter. Gerard Gerber takes on Hans Yaman. Peter Zakaria takes on Chad Rose. Pranay takes on Granville Williams. Ryan, you take on Martin Tauter. And Van der Lebowski takes on Louis Westhuizen. You might be asking, so who gets the buys? Well, the buys were already set. So it's your utter luck if you land up in a group where it's going to be part of the buys. Right? So that's just the way it is. So now remember, they're all going to play each other. Whoever loses goes to the plate. Whoever wins goes to the cup. And then we go again. So yes, that is how the singles will work this year. Hopefully, by the end of the year, come November, it works. Right? That's all I have to say. Otherwise, we'll never do this draw. So that's the singles. Boys, we're happy?
Yeah, happy days.
Happy days. Any questions?
Good.
No questions.
When do we start?
Well, we're going to start. I'll start scheduling it from March. I know I said that I would like to have them as many as possible in one group. So I'm going to try for certain events, just like leave the team and try and do as many singles as possible, and then like that, so we can get these through. But we'll start in March with them. Royal East will be the first one on the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if we have some comments here. I like this one. Brilliant way of going to a group stage. Well done. Yeah, that's pretty much. We scratched our heads, boys, because there's no way to actually get it into a format. It's either 64 or 32 in the end. Yeah, nobody else has said anything. Right, so where are we going to next? Somebody want to remind me? I don't know. All right, Dylan, coach has given us a tip, and this is a tip. It's all about chipping, and chipping from the side of the green, and what type of grass and how your ball lies. So enjoy this before we get to Glenvista.
Okay guys, this week's video we're going to cover some chipping, and in particular chipping out of Kikuyu. So the critical factor here is really to kind of learn to read the lies and then anticipate what's going to happen to the golf ball out of these different lies. These are two sort of most common ones. Okay, we can look in here. Right, so this one here, this first one here, the ball's come in and it's kind of sat down in this Kikuyu. Okay, and that's a really awkward one. Now the problem with this Kikuyu is it's really thick bladed. Again, it really grabs the club face. Okay, so we're going to hit sort of half an inch behind that. Okay, use that edge to cut through the grass and hold the face square. Okay, and really we're going to set that ball a little bit forward so that we can hit slightly behind it. And very important, try and keep that face square going through. That's going to help you use the edge, but obviously help the ball come out a little bit more predictably as well. Okay, we expect this ball to come out sort of fairly high, but with very little spin. Okay, so it's going to land, and depending on the speed of the greens, it's going to roll out a little bit. Okay, so let's go. There we've got a little bit of green to play with. Okay, but really just try and look at the strike. Okay, and try and notice where the club makes contact with the ball and how we keep that edge nice and square. But it's going to take a little bit of speed, a little bit of commitment. All right, to trust that that ball's going to come out a little softer. Okay, so big swing there. And show them how good that shot was. That one there is fairly obviously tricky, and now at least you know how to deal with that situation. But this one I find catches people out a little bit more, because they arrive here at the ball and they think, oh, this thing is lying so beautifully. Okay, I got no issues here. Okay, there's actually quite a lot of issues here. It's almost lying too well. Okay, it's almost lying too far. And what's going to happen here is it's very easy for this to go underneath, and then the ball to come way too high out the face. Okay, now if you're not aware of this, the trajectory and the look of your shot will be the same, but the ball speed will be way down, and you'll think to yourself, oh, why did I leave that so far short? Okay, it's because you've hit it way too high up on the face. And I'm going to use a sort of shallower, not quite putting motion, but that type of feel for it. So it's sort of much shallower, not letting the club lead, not letting the club dig in. And I expect this. In my head, I'm expecting it to come out lower, but actually it's just going to come out normally out the face. Okay, so a little bit less sort of 50-50, ball position just forward of center. Okay, more of a sort of sweeping motion, and once again some nice commitment. Okay.
Thanks, Dill, for the. I hope that helped with the chipping tips. Right, before we get to Glenvista, I've got some more comments. This is on the singles. Monet says, Sheriff approves. Thank you, Sheriff. Gerard Sneeman says, Lekker Frikkie, Clint Brutus, easy game. I think he's being rather sarcastic there. And Sorrel, this is going to be great. Yes, I agree. It is going to be epic. Gentlemen, it's time to get back into some series action and back into some league action. What's up? Glenvista, tomorrow. Right, before we get to Glenvista, let's get an update from Ryan about the app and what is still required since the bookings have now come live on Tuesday for March. Take it away, Ryan.
Well, I'm finally getting maybe 1 or 2 hours sleep a night now, so yeah, at least that's helping. But guys, the app is up and running, the bookings are working. There have been a few guys that have got in touch with me where there's been a few glitches here and there that we haven't been able to sort out. One thing to please remember, guys, is all your profile details, such as your Saga numbers, your contact numbers, etc., will most likely be incorrect, because I did put dummy details in just so that I can get you guys back onto the app so that you are able to get booking and everything at least. So you please do need to update those settings. If you use the website, update the setting, your details there. You can just go to your profile and you'll be able to update it there. There have been a lot of guys that have updated it. Thank you very much. Everybody, thank you for your patience, but bookings and the app is up and running again, so yes, we can now move forward again and carry on going. So yeah, that's pretty much the update for now, but yeah, thanks guys for your patience and your adherence through it.
100%, and like we said, if you're a member and you're missing free rounds, that's because the database, it might have lost that upload, so just let us know if you're missing a free round or if you're now a visitor instead of a member. All right, let's get to the Thursday series. What do we need to know first? We need to know who's leading after one round, and that is Jaco Jacobs when he took the victory at the Wanderers on 39 points. Martin Tauter coming in second on 38. Carl van der Linde and Piet Schutte tied for a third position on 36 points, even par. Then Alan Lowe, Hans Jaman and Wayne Jensen tied for fifth on 35. Derek Kruger and Dorian Fourie, 34 points, as well as Luca Janssen. I can tell you one thing, Piet Schutte, Alan Lowe, and Derek Kruger are not in the field for Glenvista. Therefore, gents, things are going to change very much when the next updated leaderboard comes around. Boys, let's talk to you, Donnie. Glenvista. How do we play Glenvista? Yeah. We play there very often. It is a tight course. It can bite you if you go wrong. Take us through it.
Yeah, obviously there's a couple of sort of subtle doglegs on the course. You need to manage your way around it. Obviously it's like with all the rainfall that's there. And last time, we played it like towards the back end of last year. I know it was also quite wet. So I don't think it's going to be a lot of run on the course. And also I don't think you want to be that far out in the rough, because you can get like a very bad lie there. So if you need to rather take on a sort of a par of 4 where it's shortish, rather take off there's like a tee off with a fairway just to get yourself in play, and rather than like do that instead of going for the big stick and going for that miracle shot. I think that's going to be the key thing tomorrow. I think that course is really going to. I think it's going to be wet. It's in that valley. I don't know if the water holding is going to be that good. So I think it's going to be a long day tomorrow.
Okay, well, let's just go through some of the info. National ranking is 79, and these are the latest SA Top courses rankings. Parkland style course, par 72, designed by Sydney Sid Bruce. And reigning winner is Adam Ford, because we finished off the Series 2 there last year in November, and we're back because we know that Glenvista is a type of course you need to play in summer, because in the hills the sun goes down like an hour earlier than everywhere else. We can't play it in winter, otherwise it'll never work. Coming back to your, I don't know if it's going to be so much wet. It hasn't rained in quite a while, but yes, I think it is a course that you really need to manage your way around it, as long as there's not wind like it was the last time, right? And Ronnie, that wind was impossible.
I remember that was one of the most challenging days I had. I mean, the final of the Sunday 2 freaking was on form, and that wind, I remember that one driver of mine, I think I smoked it and I hit it like 180 meters because I hit a high drive.
Yeah.
No, I still need therapy after that day, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. And if, you know what the funny thing is, if somebody who had just joined us for the first time, they would have thought, my word, is this what Duckhook's all about with this type of wind? The pins were like this. Right, let's have a look at the field. The field, starting at 7 o'clock, that spot is now taken, so there is no spots available. George Robenheimer, new to the Duckhook fraternity. Devon, also new. He's playing with Baron Knutzer. We have some match play games within the game. We've got Cornel Erasmus and Keegan Corbett taking on Mark Borrajari. Coach will make an appearance, so say hello to Coach when he's there. And then there's another match play game, Rudolf Brudwick and Hansen Mann taking on Hilton Button and Rudy van der Vat. So we go from 7 o'clock all the way to 8:04. I'm trying to see if any one of us are over here. Ryan, you're playing for 14, which is pretty much standard for you. Oh, Tim Garner is playing for scratch. He's really improved. That's something that jumps out at me. Kevin O's, the way he's going on with that handicap, he could be in the running as well for Glenvista. Let's go to the 10th tee. There's some more match play competitions. Wayne Jensen, you'll be going off 0708 with Paul Vickery, Tyron Vickery, and Fricky Steyn. And David van der Vestes and Jandre de Toy are playing Louis Jordan and Louis Weed. I think that's how you say it, W-I-I-D. Jason Ivins, Eddie Ivins are taking on myself and Grant Nell. So that should be interesting. I think it's going to be a very difficult match. Kun Rapatoris and Kun Senior taking on Simon Mayer and Leon Westhuizen. A nice field, boys. We're almost at the 70 mark with this field. So plenty to look forward to. Just remember the handicaps could change by the time we tee off tomorrow. And don't be late. It is on the other side of Johannesburg. That is for sure. Let's remind you that we have a Par 3 sponsor that come on board and look after us very, very well. Right, let's have a look at the pins. There we are. The pins. Par 3 fourth. This is all that always bites me. It shouldn't be very difficult. You've got to probably clear about 150 meters, but if you do not hit it correctly, you will not clear 150 meters. Par 4 14th, we all know this one is going to be the closest in 2. That's a very, very short one. Sandwich between the Par 3s on the back 9, and the Par 3 15th will be the Golferade Hydro Sports drinks, where the winner will get a case of Golferade. Are we happy with the selection, gentlemen?
I think it's a good selection.
Yeah,
No, definitely.
Some challenging holes. Okay.
Yes.
Donnie, take us through the groups for tomorrow.
All right, so Group A, Barbara van der Meulen, Luki Jansen, Birdie Hall, Henry Hall, and Peter Prince were taking each other on. If I was a betting man, I would go the Prince with there, considering his form at the Shootout. And Group B, Wayne Jensen, Calvin Pinard, Stephen Saunders, Lyle Langley, and Shannon Shaper. I must say, I'll put my money on Lyle.
I think I'm going to agree with you there, Donnie. I think I'm going to put my money on Lyle as well. I think he's on an upshift of form. Right, let's go to the head-to-heads, boys. The final thing for Glenvista. It currently stands red team 2.5 to blue team's 1.5. This features a lot of the match play matches. So the captains will be Jaco Jacobs taking on Sean. Well, these guys aren't the playing matches, but Jaco Jacobs is the captain. Sean Salmon is the captain. Kunrad's taking on Simon. Cornel Erasmus will take on Dorian. Yeah. Keegan Corbett will take on Mark Borrachero. Hansi will take on Hilton, and Dave van der Westhuizen takes on Louis Don. Yandre takes on Louis Wild. Jason takes on me. Eddie takes on Grant. So good luck. Just looking at it, I think this might favor the blue team, boys. I'm not so sure. What do you think?
I'll go red team.
Right, Ronnie, what are you going for with this one?
I'm actually going for blue team. Like the underdogs.
Yes, let's get it.
I think I'm also going blue team.
Alright, so let's see how that all pans out. Not only is there Glenvista, but there's Heron Banks, so we're all going to be up bright and early. I hope you've booked your carts already to take our sunrise drive. And for many it will be dark still, all the way to the banks of the Vaal River to Heron Banks. We only go out that far once this season, so it's just part of the journey, shall we say, in the Duckhook series. Plenty to look forward to, and we're going to break that down too. Well, yeah, if you haven't been to Heron Banks, that's what it looks like. It's actually very, very pretty right along the river. The front nine, you don't quite play along it, but most of the back nine is hugged up against the Vaal River. Last year was interesting, gents. We had, Donnie said we had 4 seasons earlier where we had rain, we had sunshine, we had almost near a torrential downpour, but we went through it all. And then the humidity came when the water was being sucked back out of the ground. Donnie?
Yeah, I remember is, I think it's hole number 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Hole number 15's tee box where we teed off. It was the par 5 after going across the river, and the river's on the right-hand side. That tee box was drenched. We were standing in a puddle of water. So, last year it was interesting times, interesting to play with that rain, but... the scores were still actually pretty good. I think I had a top 5 there, so yeah.
Nice. Ronnie, how did you go last year?
I actually looked at my app and I shot a 93. It was a long day for me. So I'm actually looking forward to giving it a second chance. I remember we had rain the day, but it was also very wet already. So I'm actually looking forward to it. I think it's a beautiful course. The scenery is beautiful. It's nice playing a bit out of town. So hopefully I can shoot at least a 92 this time.
Well, at least. I'm sure you'll be able to beat it this time around. Let's see how we go in to Heron Banks for Sunday Series 2. This is how we go in. Peter van Wyk is the only winner so far in Series 2 on 42 points. That was Eddie Botzi. Then Cornel Erasmus second on 39. Donnie, there you are, third. Trying to make the Sunday Series 2 team, it looks like it this year. 38 points. Donna, 37 points. Myself, 35 points. Cyril, 35. Leon, 35. Martin, 34. Russell, 34. And Lola, 33. Also, I think Alan's featuring in 2 of these. Let's have a look at some of the stats of Heron Banks. We'll go down to reigning winner is Cobus Skuman. I'll get back to that one. Designed by Dani Obermeyer. Ranked 7th in the Free State. That's probably because there's only 7 courses in the Free State, but I think it soon will be ranked properly within the national rankings, and opened in 2014 with 9 holes. As you can see, you start with a par 5, and you finish with a par 5. What more can we say about this one, of course? Nobody wants to say
yeah, man, like, let me tell you, it's definitely, like, it's going to be my 3rd time playing there, and I must say, it's really a good track. I enjoy it. I think there's also, like, there's a couple of testing holes, there's a couple of drivable par 4s, but if you get it wrong, you know, it can cost you 2 or 3 shots. So, you know, I think it's quite a balanced track, but if your bad shot is a big fade or slice on the day, oh boy, you've got a tough time going next to that bowl river.
I want to say, one of the features this year so far with All Around is the rough. I wonder what the rough is going to be like. Has anybody played? I'm busy looking at the chat line. Has anybody played recently? Heron Banks, the course with the famous Ierland. All right, that's correct. The most famous Ierland, let me just tell you, in the world. The most. Yeah, there's an Ierland. Heron Banks going to be epic. Can't wait. Donnie and Fricky, you going down. I suppose there's a match play game coming on there, the way that Cyril says that. Yes, I see there's a lot of Ierland chat here. I hope that
I just want to...
is still there.
I just want to reply to Cyril quickly.
Yeah.
Cyril, just make sure your club face is not open when you're swinging it.
Yeah.
And also to count or to find out if you're breathing in or out when you're taking breaths.
Yes. Quibus just loved the course. Quibus, I was going to come back to him. He pretty much teed off first last time, and we all were off the first tee. It was a 1-tee start. And he when I came through 9, he had finished. He was finishing. And he had the most monumental wait to see if he was going to win.
Yes.
Like almost 3 hours. Amen. And it was during pandemic, so he couldn't really drink anything. He couldn't really celebrate. Yo, what a long day for that poor man. Right, let's go through the nitty-gritty and wrap this show up, everybody. We're going to go through the first tee. First tee, look at it. It's busy. Once again, plenty of match play games. There is still space available, so if you do want to play, please just let me know. Starting at 7, as I said, very, very early. But what does that mean? We can get home earlier. We should be finished by 3, and you can already go home and spend the evening with your family, because if we played in the afternoon, you'd only be getting home at 8, 9 o'clock, which is also very, very late. Plenty matchups in red or pink red, whatever you want to call it. Leon Kruger, Jean van der Veste is taking on Mornay Kelly and Leon Duplessis. Chad and Wayne taking on Matthew Whittle and Russell Tandy. Barry Fent and Peter Prinster taking on Hansi Hamann and Rolf Brederick. Graham de Villiers, Gerard Sneeman taking on Keegan Corbett and Cornell Erasmus. Gents, just one thing. I've had a couple of requests to move around. The only problem is it's so early. Somebody is not going to go from the back to the front if they've already gone to the back, and the other way around. So it's difficult to move people. Unless somebody cancels, then we can make a plan. On the 10th tee, only one matchup there. Fricky, Barnard, and the Goats. And Donnie, you are taking Sorrel, and Dean is what we spoke about earlier. Let's give a shout out to... Which fours are this? Let's give a shout out to the 732, 740, and 748. That's a whole new group of 12 players. Scott Hamilton and Glenn Momberg, they are from Golf Raid, so they brought all their friends to come and see what Duckhook's all about. So I really, really hope they enjoy it and give them a warm welcome. Let's go through the pins, everybody. Par 5, 9th, closest in 2. Good luck. I thought I'm not going to be kind this time. If I wonder, I'm going to put my money on it that nobody hits this green in 2. They might as well, let's just come out here. They might as well put the pin in the second fairway just before the river, because it's not going to go past. Am I right? I'm right. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just watch.
Yeah.
Par 3 10th, golf raid right next to the clubhouse. Why I chose that? Because don't have to walk too far to put their banners. Hey, Ryan?
Yeah, hey.
Par 3 17th. So this might be the first time ever that there's 2 par 3s on 1 9. But that's just the way it is. Look at that. So it's 9, 10, and 17. Will be the close to the pin. The 17th will be sponsored by Strixon to get your golf balls. Who wants to do the groups? Here we go. Ronnie, you do the groups for us.
Okay. Group A, there's 3 groups this time. Edwin, Werner, Peter, and Pranay. I think I'm going to go there with Pranay. I know he had some good form last year, and I think he's due a good one. Group B, Mitchell, Louis, myself, and Leon. I know Leon also had a great round at Ice, so I think he'll feature there. And Group C, Karuna, Ian, Joanita, and Yaku. I mean, I would love a girl to win that group. So yeah, come on, Joanita.
There we go. And then I'm not going to do the head. Ryan, you do the head-to-head. Now, obviously, the scores haven't changed because there's been no Thursday yet. So these are the matchups. Mainly, again, it's team games.
So we've got Donnie and Sorrel captains. Okay, that's right. Nice. Sorrel's telling Donnie's going down, and now they're captains for each other. That's actually quite interesting. Then further in the red team, we've got Fricky, and then we've got Leon, John, Van der Westhuizen, Chad, Wayne, Barry, Venter, Peter, Prinsloo, Graham, Gerard's the name one. And then we've got Dean, Mornay, Leon Duplessis, Matthew, Whittle, Russell, Hansi, Hammond, Rudolph, Keegan, Cornell, all on the blue team. And if you look at a bit of the matchups, I think there could be some nice ones here. Nice little bragging rights or winning for the drinks.
There we go. I think so. It will be interesting to see after this week how it all unfolds. Okay, right. So that's pretty much it. I want to put the last few comments in, and then we're done. Quibus referring to his win. The longest wait of my life with no prize giving either. At least there were some guys to say congratulations. It would have been poor if everybody was gone. Graham de Villiers, G-Force for the win. Yes. Let's see how far that you go this year, Graham. And Gerard Keegan, you guys are going down. Yes, going down. Finally, Nico Kruger. I have not been looking at thoughts on the Cape Town Open. That starts tomorrow, I assume. Yes.
I'm not sure.
Well, it's a Thursday tomorrow. Unless something's happening. Keeping up. So sorry, Nico, you can give us the thoughts on the Cape Town Open. All I know is at Mowbray, and that is a very nice course. It's one of the prestigious courses down there. Boys, that's it from me. Let's just have a look how much. 54 minutes. Impossible. Right. Thank goodness the wheel didn't roll, otherwise it would be over now.
Yeah, we go 2 hours.
So what's next to do for Thursday, boys? Get your final nightcap, wash your clubs, get your clothes out, and we'll see you bright and early on Thursday. If we don't see you Thursday, we'll definitely see you at Heron Banks. It's always a pleasure. Thank you, Donnie. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ronnie. Another year of championing. Let's see if you can get some more trophies by the end of the year. Everybody, thanks for watching. Much appreciated. Ciao.
Cheers.